slightly ahead of schedule. They got through qualifying. So first set of cars already making their way out into the circuit. My name is Chris Hartley, and I'm going to be a commentator for the rest of the day. Really looking forward to this. 12 races lined up for you, 4 in the morning session and 8 this afternoon. The racing yesterday was excellent, using the 1.8 mile Silverstone International version of the normal Grand Prix track, using about half the track at 1.8 miles. Lastly, the theme of the day is going to be Caterham, the final round of the various Caterham Championships. So we're going to Caterham won this race today, had a race yesterday. Some of the championships were decided, some are still wide open. So we've got action from the various Caterham Championships for you, from the entry level, the Caterham Academy, through to Roadsport cars coming out now, the second level of cars, so they're very much standard production road going cars using the Academy. These are slightly modified versions of those cars. The third tier is the Caterham Transport, where you can adjust things like suspension, and then more power becomes available as you move up to speed. You go from 125 brake horsepower to 140 brake horsepower, the super category, slightly longer racing, and then the top tier is things like R300, so 6-speed gearbox, and also then you can change on the car, and then they race spec cars, where they can be first class to race road going cars, and they produce 175 brake horsepower. That's our first race of the day, and we'll have this race at a short break in Churchville in on 3 more races for this. And this is the A1 Tyres Caterham Roadsport Championship, the final round of the championship, and it is the title decider, and all 3 of the front runners of the championship have a chance of winning this one. On pole position, the grid based on yesterday's results, is the red number 35 car of Jack Sales, who is just 21 years of age, comes from Tunbridge Wells and works as a tax advisor, and he is one of the championship contenders. He won the race yesterday, but only by 1.5 tenths of a second from Chris Hutchinson, who starts alongside him in car number 78. On row 2 is number 4, Timothy Dickens, but a good start yesterday, dropped down the order and then came back strong for the last 5 or 10 minutes of the race. Number 14, Richard Oscarby, starts 4th on the grid. On row number 3 then we've got Max McDonough, number 99, and Dan Gore, number 20. Row 4, 47, Will Smith, who's the 3rd of the championship contenders, and number 91, Lee Bristow. And then to complete the top 10, James Houston, number 24, and Julian Armstrong, number 46. The cars are griddied up at the moment. They're as that from the pits canter set formation lap, so once they're griddied up here, it'll be straight into the 20-minute race. Now this is all unofficial, but by my maths, with the drop score situation, there are 14 rounds of the championship. You count your best 12 results, and you drop your worst 2 scores from your total. So on drop scores, I make it 258 points for Will Smith, 253 points for Jack Sales on pole, and 252 points for Chris Hutchinson, who's also on the front row of the grid. There's 6 points covering them, and there are potentially 26 points up for grabs in this race. 25 points for a race win, 23 for second, 22 for third, and an extra point for the fastest lap. Let's see how it pans out as the race gets underway here at Silverstone. The start of the weekend, it's final day, and how is this one going to pan out? Good start, it looks like the Jack Sales in pole position, and into second place. We've got number 4, Timothy Dickens, but going with him around the outside of that corner. A very good start was Lee Bristow, number 91. He made a good start yesterday, got a half spin towards the back of the field, but the car gets going again, and everybody makes it through this slightly damp off-line circuit here, and certainly here in one or 2 damp patches off the start line as well. Near the pit wall on the right-hand side of the grid, still a little bit damp, still a few damp patches, so in a way, if you're on the left-hand side of the grid, a little bit of an advantage there to be on the outside road. That's where Lee Bristow was, from 8th on the grid. He rocketed up to 3rd place, was certainly challenging Timothy Dickens for 2nd place as it disappeared out of my sight through Farm Curve. The leader though was Jack Sale, no doubt about it. Very good start from pole position in the number 35 car, the red machine. So don't see all that much of the circuit from the Abbey commentary box. Don't see them when they disappear from Abbey, but I get a glimpse of them at the end of the Hackney straight for a few seconds over in the distance, and they're all making their way through Stoke Corner now. Drop down the Oxford Vale, the left-hander. Can't see that one either. It's all front corner. I'm not to the final corner from the commentary box, so quite obviously all the last of them. Still when I need to see them, it's very big different, but here they come again already, and on front corner it looks like the all red machine Jack Sales still on the lead of the race. He's pushing away. First, Dickens still second, yes it is. Bristow 3rd. The yellow car, Dan Gore, is up next in 4th position. Max McDonough, number 19, 9 in 5th, and at the end of the first lap, leads in the top 6 with the number 24 car of James Houston, who's made lots of good early progress in this race. So through out the corner they go for the first time at full speed now. lost a couple of places, but remember, he has got the points advantage. And the spin here, and only corner from near the tail end of the field. Gets going again, just lost the back end of the car, and that was the number 67 machine of Douglas Christie, just losing control out of the corner, but Jeff Smith got going again and didn't lose too much time, but we'll be at the back of the field now in the 67th car. So Will Smith, they've got to take points away from him. He could still afford to finish behind the other two, as long as he's not too far behind them. He could still win the title, but he's the one with the worst grid here. Lost a couple of places later in the race yesterday. Back of his contention. Obviously that's the best where it's not for this one, but fairly long race, 20 minutes, what laps there will be. Come through. Come there, the gap come right down. It needs the gap just under 6 seconds per second. It's now 2 seconds per second. Before Dickens sets the fastest lap of the race here, and he's going to be within the toe, within striking distance when he gets to the Hacker Straight. You can stay where he is. Third place now is the 99 Matt McDonough in the Aluminium's orange car. Bristow drops the ball. Rory's fifth on the 6th place. Houston next up, 7th. And then it's Smith. Hutchinson's had a bad start as well, I think, from the front row of the grid. He's got Macklin as well. And he's in 9th place now. So Jack Sale, Macklin 6th at the moment at the head of the field. It's a bit like it was yesterday. And this is looking good for him. Max will keep you posted on the fastest lap as well, because he could boil down to a single point this championship. And that point could come from the fastest lap. So once we get to the second half of the race, we'll start looking at position. But it's looking good for Jack Sale at the moment. He's got to try and overhaul a 5-point deficit to Will Smith. At the moment he's leading the race on the 25 points. Will Smith is on 17 points, 8 points behind him, and he's down in 8th position at the moment. He needs to get himself up into the top 4 or 5, really, if he can, Will Smith. There's a bit what happened to Jack Sale as well. He needs to take the points away from him. Very difficult. Cars to make their way through the left and Wales, the right-hander and then back onto the international pit straight. Pick them up again as they cut through the right-hander. Okay, this time it's Jack Sale, pulled back away from Timothy Dickens this time. So first and second remain the same order as the gap road now. That gap's nearly 6 tenths of a second, where it was 2 laps to go. First four already knows himself, but Donna and now Gore, and Gore having a look down the inside on the way to Abbey Corner, gets halfway alongside, but he has to bounce out of the move, so McDonough holds on to first. Just another snap at him coming out of the corner now, to get draws ever closer and comes to the far curve. They got back up out of the move into Abbey, and then got hold of the accelerator, started to charge after his man on the running to the left under a far curve once again. So when McDonough went out of my sight in third place, there's a chance that Daniel could nick past him fairly soon. Bristow is 5th, not too far behind. On the second behind him is Oscar, number 14 in 6th place. Hutchinson, number 78, championship contender, runs 7th, and right behind him in 8th position, number 47, Smith. In terms of the gap from Hutchinson to Smith in points, Smith has 6 more points than Hutchinson, I reckon, on scores, and therefore he's just staying behind Hutchinson. He's got him beaten, but it's Jack Sale I think they're both going to worry about, really, because of the fact that he's winning the race. But half a second or so clear at the moment. Timothy Dickens is the number 4 car. Championship, but has had a good weekend so far. Get quicker and quicker, the drivers will have to adapt to that. They'll dry out, they'll get a bit grippier. The track will go up, they'll get more grip on the airborne tyres, so they've got to develop that the drivers skills around here. Gap's coming down again between first and second, and there's going to be a change in the first place at Abbey Corner, and Daniel has to go and getting out the back off out of it though. This time it's up against Nick Bristow, so Bristow fetched him off this time. Daniel had to get hard on the brakes, and that might cost him his 4th place this time to McDonough, who has a better run coming out of Abbey Corner. So the third place battle is really wants to watch at the moment, in a sense, although first and second I think he's about to kick off as well, because back in that the race has just got Timothy Dickens in number 4 car in that second place, the black car running well here and beginning to close the gap on the 21-year-old who leads the race and has led the race, of course, since the very start, since we sort of go over to Abbey Corner for the first time in the race. Timothy Dickens, the 3-year-old, pushing on, trying to catch in the Londoner. Somebody else who's in his 2nd season of racing. A lot of these drivers started in the Caterham Academy last year. These slightly modified version of those 1.6 litre cars. Running to the same 125 brake horsepower Sigma engine than they were in Caterham. Academy, but now with a little bit more tweaking that they're allowed to do to the car. Also in their second season of racing here. Just again, the gap yoga, they corrode on one lap closer to another. This time, stretching up a little bit. And we'll have it actually, no, they're very, very similar that time. That half 10% between them, and then could be a change here. And a big car the inside on the way driving corner, but Jack Sales fends him off. Sales still leads. This is second. Jack Gore now in third place. Car number 20, the yellow machine. Number 91, the silver and red car of Lee Bristow running in fourth place. Big twitch from just outside the top six going through Abbey Corner for number 18. Almost lost the car. That's Cedric Blanc running good run through the corner yesterday. Qualified very well. Charged up from near the back of the field. That's 13th place yesterday. Cedric just got a bit out of shape going through Abbey Corner and the tail wagging around. Out there, he might lose the place as a result of it because he would have lost momentum out of the corner. So he was 9th, possibly 10th, driving behind him. Being the number 46 machine of Armstrong, which is starting to come through the order, trying to pick up positions. So 56, Armstrong racing the end of the lap again, getting to half distance. Hutchinson has got ahead of him quite a way, so those two 67 they are, so they're still 67, so they've got a bit of a gap to try and close to get ahead higher up the order. Smith now on 7th place for 18 points. Sales still lead 25 points on him all the way to him, and he's got the fastest lap of the race as well now. So that means he's just got that time through, that means an extra point. So he's got 26, so Ed scoring the championship and lead by 8 points at the moment. He's 5 behind him, I reckon. So this is looking like a perfect weekend so far for Jack Sales. Which brings us still just over half the race to go. Don't go into the place, it was 26.2. Quicker than it, but quicker than it. Fourth and third. Bristow is in 5th place. Hutchinson quite a bit quicker last time around as Smith. So Hutchinson and Smith now they're going after Lee Bristow. That's starting Lee Bristow, the number 91 car. If the three of those are going to be together, on the end of this lap, we've got already one down the straight. So we're up that, then it's got 10 minutes to go. And it's on the been battling all the way through 6 months. Basically this championship going to fall down. What happens in 10 minutes of the race? Jack Sales might not need to win this to score a win the championship, but he'd like to make sure, and everything is behind it. So we're going to be well to win again on the way to Abbey Corner in the back of the third place. Zach Dort's on the inside line, so he's up third, and then McDonough, and then Bristow, and then it's the second of the yellow card is Chris Hutchinson, who's caught the lap now, all the way from the white and orange of Will Smith at the 47th championship leader. So Hutchinson's had a very good lap there, 1 minute 24.9. It's the third quickest driver on the track. Only the two leaders were quicker, and he's caught that group of cars battling over third place. So Chris Hutchinson pushing on here to see what he can do. He is 1 point behind Jack Sales in terms of points, so he knows he's got to go and beat Jack Sales winning the championship, and he can finish far enough ahead of Will Smith in terms of positions and points to be able to seal the deal as well. So the two leaders making their way through. Jack Sales, the red car still ahead of Lily Dickens. Those two look well there, well sorted, don't they? Top two position, right between the other the next place, the yellow car ahead of the pack. I reckon Jack will have lost third place, maybe. Together, corner. They see that corner, Jack Sales. He's just got the Now that group ahead of him were largely in the 126s, the low 126s, so he's taken more than a second out of those 4 cars ahead of him. The rest next to go, just registered to be a third or fourth place finish. That might be enough. He's got to go for it now. In 7th place. I've got to assume that Jack Sauer will finish in 2nd place. There's a top so a mighty gap now over the rest of the field. The yellow cars follow, so it's Hutchinson ahead of Gore. That's the other way around now. Gore ahead of Hutchinson, so the 20 car up ahead, 78 machine. The difference between the pair of them in the distance, it has to be said. Hutchinson gets a good Championship. These wins have been coming thick and fast in the second half of the season. Won one of the races at Rockingham, won 2 at Brands Hatch. He won yesterday, and he won this one today as well. Win this one today as well. And one more win, isn't he? So 9 seconds left on the clock. Here they come, Jack Sales at the head of the pack. Will Smith has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. So it's going to go down to this, possibly. Unless Timothy Dickens can get Jack Sales back, the gap is about 2. Chris Carley goes to the final lap of the race. Hutchinson can't improve on 1/3. Glory to 4. Definitely going to try and legal to 5th place here. Gora's still to the fastest lap of the race, by the way. Making a difference as well. Sales. Making Smith get the fastest lap of the race into the race. Entirely possible the track lead drive. Then that might be the difference as well. So keep an eye on it. Finish it over this. See if he's got the fastest lap. So Jack Sales right there, hang on. Seconds left on the clock. So the lead of the race, want to see back markers ahead. Flag is going to be there. Jack Sales is going to win the race. He's not that far clear of Dickens down to the track. I think he's in almost on his tail as they come out and down towards the bow of the final time. They disappear behind the wing building. We're going to get Sales first, or are we going to get Dickens? Dickens has got one more corner now to go here to try and get the lead away from Jack Sales. Back to Will Smith will be winning him on, and the checkered flag is being ready. But he's going to look as though Jack Sales is going to be the one that gets there first. So he's moved to the checkered flag. Jack Sales wins the race. Dickens goes through with the fastest lap of the race in 2nd place. 2/10 of a second behind him. Chris Hutchinson crosses the line in 3rd. Glory is 4th. And 5th place goes to Smith. None of them are going to know who's won the championship, so they won't know where down the titles are. Jack Sales will celebrate the victory, but he won't know exactly that. Smith crosses the line in 5th place. Where it was really halfway in the race. So let's have a look. Jack Sales picks up 25 for the race win. Will Smith picks up for 5th place 20 points. Chris Hutchinson picks up 3rd place, and that gives him 22 points. By my reckoning, that is 278 points each for Smith and Sales, and 274 for Hutchinson. Cat back the race, wins 1 at Donington Park, 1 at Zolder, and 1 at Rockingham, 1 at Croft, 2 at Croft, and that's it, 5 wins. Jack Sales had a win at Donington, he had a win at Rockingham, he won both races at Brands Hatch,